Hi, it's Terreana. Thanks for stopping by my channel. Here you will find makeup, hair, all things beauty and lifestyle content. So hang out and subscribe. If you already subscribed, hey, it's so good to see you back. On today's video, I'm going to be using this palette right here. This palette is by GlamLite. It is the Ice Cream Dream palette. Isn't that so cute? Look at that packaging. This palette has 30 shades in it, all ice cream inspired. I just love all the detail that has been put into this palette, so let's go ahead and try it out. Brows are already done. Today I'm rocking my natural hair.
Yeah, I just want to let you know the back of your head is ridiculous.
I want to start wearing my natural hair out a little bit more. I've been doing a lot of protective styles and I kind of just want to switch it up again. So you'll probably see a lot more of my natural hair. And I probably will start doing a little bit more natural hair videos as well. Anyway, let's get to the makeup. So I'm going to prime my eyes. I'm just going to use this primer by P. Louise. This is in Rumor 3. I'm just going to take a little bit on the back of my hand. I'm going to take this brush by Salazzi. This is the Color Blend L211, and I'm just going to tap this on my lids. The colors are super cute and pastel. I think I'm going to do a matchy look, which is something I never really do. So I'm going to use the pinks and the turquoise in this palette. So I think I'm going to go ahead and start out with this shade right here. This is Bubblegum. I'm going to take this blending brush by Juvia's Place. This one came in a set. I'm going to start out in the crease. That is super pigmented. Got a little bit of fallout, but then again, I did not tap off my brush at all. Yeah, so there's a big difference between tapping your brush and not. I have a lot of fallout on this side. This side I don't really have fallout, but I just tapped off my brush. I'm gonna blend that pink in about halfway on the eye. Now I'm gonna take my color switch and then just clean off this brush. Next, I'm gonna go in this shade right here. It's called Green Tea. With Green Tea, I'm just going to apply it on this portion of my eye and then drag it out. Kind of following the shape of my brows. Tapping and then dragging to build up that color. And then blending the two together. Now I'm gonna go back into Bubblegum and then intensify the color just a little bit more. And then I'm gonna do the same thing again with Green Tea until I get the pigment that I want on both eyes. Now I'm gonna go back into the shade Green Tea. I'm gonna drag that shade from the outer corner here all the way down to that lash line. So I'm just tapping and lightly blending back and forth. Tapping and then dragging right there on the lash line. You should have a little space right here. Now I'm going to take just a flat, clean synthetic brush and I'm going to clean up this area right here. I just want to make sure that there's no shadow on here. And just really define that empty space. Now I'm gonna take this shade right here. It's called French Vanilla. And I'm just going to use that right in that empty space on the lid. That is so pretty and shimmery. Now that that's done, I'm gonna go into this shade right here. It's called Red Velvet. I'm gonna take just a little painter brush, taking that shade and putting it right in the crease. I'm not gonna take it all the way over. I'm just pretty much gonna stop where that pink stops. Any tiny little brush would work for this. Since my eyes are hooded, I gotta make sure that I'm looking into my mirror and applying this shade just a little bit above my crease so that you could still be able to see it regardless if my eyes are open or closed. I'm gonna be using some black liquid liner by Revlon. This is the Color Stay Skinny version. I'm not really sure how I like it yet. I've been using it, kind of testing it out, but we'll see. Apply this very thinly along my lash line. I have like 3 lash extensions left, so I'm trying to avoid those interrupting this liner. Starting out with just a line across, and then at the edge of my brow, I'm just going to add a little line there, and that's kind of where I know where I'm gonna stop. And then I just fill it in. My eyes are a little bit hooded, so I have to go underneath the folds of my eyes, and I have to kind of not make it completely straight, but I have to kind of compensate for that line and the fold in my eye so that it gives the illusion of straightness. I'm gonna go ahead and add some lashes. I'm gonna take these chocolate candy bar lashes by GlamLite. I like them because they have some really nice spaces. For lashes, I use House of Lashes glue, and I put a good amount of lash glue on there, and then I wait till it gets tacky. Then I look down into my mirror, and then I place the center of the lash first. Make sure that's nice and secure, and then I kind of just swing over to the ends of both sides. And that's pretty much how I place my lashes. For foundation, I'm going to use this one by Milani. This is in the shade Golden Tan. This is the Conceal Perfect foundation. I'm gonna go ahead and start applying that with a flat synthetic brush. I'm using this one by It Cosmetics. I'm not using any primer today. I have a good amount of skincare on my skin, so I'm just going to apply it just as is. Now I'm going to share everything out with my beauty blender. Since this foundation is said to be a concealer foundation, it's a really thicker consistency. So I'm putting it under the eyes as a concealer, and I'm just going to brighten it up with a different concealer. It actually has a very good consistency for both. I really think that this is really great coverage, just with not even a full pump. Now I'm gonna use my Tarte Shape Tape Concealer. This is in the shade Tan Sand. I'm going to apply a little bit just to brighten up areas on my face. This concealer is on its last leg, and I'm just going to blend that out with my beauty blender. This dries very quick, so you have to work quickly. And I'm taking this concealer and dragging it out just to really clean up that line from the shadow that we placed on top. Now I'm just taking a fluffy brush and some powder, and I'm just going to set everything. I'm setting all the areas where I placed that concealer. And then just pressing that with my wet beauty blender. Now I'm gonna go ahead and finish up the eyes. I'm gonna go ahead and take this shade right here, French Vanilla, and I'm gonna take a flat synthetic brush. No, I'm gonna take a small smudger brush, and I'm just going to smudge this underneath the eyes. This is the same shade that's on the center of the lid. Just smudging that along the lash line. Now I'm gonna take my mascara. This is by MAC. This is the Extended Play Giga Black Lash. I'm just going to coat the lower lashes. Now I'm gonna take some tweezers and I'm gonna take the lashes and kind of pinch them together. Now we're not tugging crazy or anything like that, just a little bit of tapping and squishing them together. It just gives it a really cool effect, similar to the top of the lashes. I want to go ahead and take this shadow right here, Rainbow Sherbet, and do an inner corner highlight with this one. Taking a small little brush like this, line that right in the inner corner. And then I'm going to blend the shadow up just a little bit. Right there in the inner portion of the eye. Now I'm going to bronze, taking this powder right here. It's by Beauty Bakery. This is a setting powder in the shade brown. Using this brush by Salazzi. This is the large powder brush in L317. Now I'm gonna take my beauty blender and blend everything in. For my highlighter today, I'm gonna use this palette by GlamLite. This is the S'mores palette. I'm gonna take this shade right here. It's called Marshmallows. For a blush, I'm gonna take this blush by Juvia's Place. This is in the shade Bella. I'm gonna use my same large powder brush. These are very pigmented, so a little bit goes a long way with this. And use a very light hand. For lips, I'm going to use this right here. This is the GlamLite lip set. Look at how adorable this is. Look at the detail on this. Isn't that so cute? I think I'm gonna go with the liquid lipstick out of this joint. I'm gonna use this liquid lipstick right here. It's in the shade Chocolate. It smells super good. It smells like a dessert. I'm gonna line my lips using this liner by LA Girl. And that's it. This is the look. I really enjoyed playing with this palette today. I only used a few shades, so I will definitely be digging back into this palette and seeing all that it has to offer, but so far I really like it. There's a lot of pastel shades, and a lot of times pastel shades are a little bit ashy. These ones have just like a very minimal ash factor, but they are very pigmented. As you can see, I didn't really have to do much work to get them to show up on my eyes, which I really enjoyed. The French Vanilla shade that I used is a shimmer shade. I didn't have to wet the brush to get it to show up, but I'm pretty sure if I did wet it, it will be super intense. But I'm very happy with the color payoff and the attention to detail in the packaging of these palettes. All of the palettes, I have pretty much all the GlamLite palettes, so you will see them a lot more on my channel. All the palettes that I've purchased from GlamLite, I really love them, and they ship to Guam. As far as price, I will insert the price that I paid for this palette. All of the palettes are very, very reasonably priced for what you get, as well as all the beautiful packaging that comes along with it. I really like what the company stands for. It's a woman-owned brand. Giselle is the owner. I hope I'm saying her name correctly. All the packages that I got, there was a coupon code in there for 15% off, which is really dope. So you can also save a little bit of coin with these. Thank you so much for stopping by my channel today. I hope that you really enjoyed this video. Don't forget to check me out on my other socials. It's Terreana everywhere. Check me out on my website. It's Terreana.com, and I will see you on the next one. Bye.